You don't forget the moment a man looks you in the eye and says, "You know this baby isn't mine, right?" He said it coldly, not with tears, not with confusion, but with a flat, calculated tone, like a man executing a transaction, not unraveling a marriage. "Before I take you into the lie he buried, do me a favor. Tap like if you've ever felt gaslit by someone you trusted. Hit subscribe for more cold, calculated revenge stories that strike back with elegance. And share this with someone who's been accused without proof. Let them know justice can be quiet but devastating." Our daughter, Mia, had just turned 2. 2 years of bottles, burp cloths, and bedtime songs. And now suddenly she wasn't his? Greg said he wanted clarity. That he'd taken a test just in case. That he didn't mean anything personal. But what he really meant was, "I want out." And this lie is easier than a lawyer. He never showed me the results. He just packed a bag and left. But here's what he didn't know. I never stopped opening the mail. 2 weeks later, I found it, wedged inside the filing cabinet behind insurance forms and junk policies. A paternity test form, sealed in a clinic envelope. The signature? His brother's name. Not his. Except I recognized the handwriting. Greg used the same cursive slant when he signed our mortgage papers. He hadn't taken a paternity test as Greg Walters. He took it as Eric Walters, his brother, a nurse at the same clinic. The test had been real, but the name? A lie. The deception was so precise, so arrogant. He assumed I'd never find it. But he forgot one thing. I pay the bills. I file the taxes. I see everything. I didn't tell Greg. I found the envelope. Not yet. I waited until I had a legal copy of the real test, done under my name, my blood, my request. Same clinic. Same technician.
No aliases. No forged signatures.
I scheduled the appointment quietly. Walked in with my head held high. Let them swab Mia's cheek while she played with the exam gloves like they were balloons. The results came 3 days later. Positive. 99.9999% paternity match. But that wasn't the twist. The twist came when I asked for a notarized copy and then sent it directly, via courier, to Greg, his brother Eric, the clinic's legal department, and just for closure, Greg's father. The same man who once muttered, "That baby doesn't look like a Walters." They each received the same envelope. Inside it, the real test, a copy of the forged test, and a sticky note with 3 words. Check your math. Greg called 5 times. Texted 9. Tried to explain, reframe, even apologize. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. The results spoke louder than he ever did. There's a kind of silence that happens in a group chat before everything burns. It's not loud. It's surgical. Ours was called the Walters Family Thread. 9 members. Greg, his parents, 2 brothers, their wives, and me until recently. It was usually filled with casual photos, barbecue invites, passive-aggressive holiday plans, and the occasional meme from his mother that no one understood. But on a random Wednesday at 7:04 p.m., I uploaded a PDF titled paternity_confirmed_reeled. PDF, no caption.
No emojis. No explanation.
3 minutes later, Greg left the chat. 6 minutes after that, Eric, the brother with the forged identity on the fake test, messaged me privately. I didn't know he used my name.
"I'm so sorry."
I didn't reply. Greg's mother texted me separately too. Is this real? I just liked the message. No one defended Greg. No one messaged him publicly. And no one removed me from the chat. Because in that moment, I became the most credible member of that family. I wasn't screaming. I wasn't demanding. I just exposed them all and stayed calm doing it. It came 3 days after the group chat fallout. Greg showed up uninvited, standing on the porch like a salesman selling shame. Hair unbrushed, shirt untucked, That stupid leather bracelet he always wore was gone. He didn't knock right away. He just stood there, keys in hand, dangling like a peace offering. It was a mistake, he said quietly when I opened the door. I panicked. I didn't want to be trapped if it wasn't mine. You have to understand, I didn't respond. Just stared at the car behind him. The silver Lexus we had bought together right after Mia was born. The one he'd temporarily borrowed when he left. I want to make this right, he said. Take the car. It's yours. I'll sign it over today. I let him talk. I watched him pull out the signed title transfer he'd pre-filled. He thought giving me the car would erase the lies, the forged test, the gaslighting. So I took it, silently, parked it in the garage like a trophy of war. But it didn't make things right. Because I wasn't accepting his apology, I was accepting his surrender. Mia's third birthday was simple. Balloons, cupcakes, a rented bounce castle in the backyard. Close friends, neighbors, and my sister's kids. Not Greg. Definitely not her. But just as we were lighting candles, a car pulled up slow and deliberate at the edge of the cul-de-sac. Out stepped a woman in oversized sunglasses, heels too high for grass, and a nervous clutch on her purse. It was her. The woman Greg had cried to, lied to, used to escape from the family he'd built and then tried to erase. She wasn't invited.
But she came anyway.
She hovered near the sidewalk for a full minute, watching, waiting, trying to decide if she belonged here or anywhere at all. I didn't approach, didn't wave her off, just looked at her once and turned back to the party. The silence of that dismissal was louder than anything I could have screamed. She stood there another 10 seconds, then turned, got back in the car, drove away. No confrontation, no closure, because the truth is, when the lies unravel, so do the people who needed them to feel significant. I didn't need to bury her. She came to the grave herself. Thank you for watching until the end. Your time and support mean everything. If this story moved you, drop a comment below and let us know which moment hit hardest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear that truth always finds its voice, even in silence.